So run, Forrest, run, Forrest, run, run for. Hey, Sevilla. 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 Oh, Sevilla. Zia. Ah. Run, Forrest, run, Forrest.
He's all right. He's all right, people. Don't worry. This is just,
Yo,
huh? Stay
Juvenile.
here.
Yo, that album 400 Degrees was fire. And by the way, that song, Ha, Jay-Z's on the remix. Yo,
I don't know
Jay-Z,
what that means,
yo,
but okay.
I am a Jay-Z fan. Like, for real, I'm a Jay-Z fan. I think he's one of the illest to ever do it. Business, lyrically, all that. But Jay-Z is the ultimate fucking super surfer. If you got the wave, he will ride the fucking wave. And he's been doing it his entire career. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, because obviously look where he landed. But that nigga will ride a fucking wave. And that's this video is not about Jay Z. Okay, fine. I'm just saying.
It's like, wait, it's like, why is it going off about Jay Z? Is that where the angle is? Okay,
All right, so
going
Jay
along
Z
with it.
calls, excuse me, Jay Z, Juvenile
Yeah.
calls Young Buck all types of bitch ass nigga to DJ Vlad. I'm gonna take some quotes here. Buck is a bitch. Juvenile told Vlad, I hate Young Buck, fam. Buck is a bitch ass nigga, and we not gonna talk about Buck at all. Period. Do me a favor, just ask me about me, Juvenile added. Don't throw names out there like that. I hate Buck. It was your interview he done that really made me trigger back to like, fuck him. Fuck him for real, fam. Again, and this is a person off camera. Again, the person off camera advised Vlad to keep Juvenile's comments about Young Buck off record. But the Cash Money legend reiterated he truly doesn't care what gets out because he really doesn't like the former G Unit rapper. New quote, I don't care what he put out, Juvenile told the person. I don't care about Buck. Fuck Buck. I mean what I'm saying. I mean, this you guys may not know this, but I hope you do. But Buck used to run around with Cash Money. You know what I'm saying? He even referenced it on a record. You know, on a few records actually. And I guess they didn't really do anything with him. You know, he kind of sat and whatever and chilled until G Unit came and scooped him. But one side note before we get into it, that actually wasn't supposed to come out. Vlad leaked that footage, but according to the crew member off camera, Juvie was like, "I don't give a fuck what you do with it. I mean what I say.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want with it." But I mean, how do you leak something that you know?
If
That's
there's very few people who had access to that footage. So let's just put it that way.
what do you think this animosity could be over? I mean, we
I
have to
don't.
speculate because they didn't give us anything.
Man, your guess is 100% as good as mine. I know they both have that down south accent, so I don't know if they're from close areas or something like that. But these are two talking about Juvenile and Young Buck. Like, that's what's up right now. Like these guys are two guys that are. If there's any two people that could go at each other with zero repercussions at all, it would probably at this time it would probably be Juvenile and Young Buck, who's been in the news for trying to blast off on artists before. So maybe he said something. I have no idea. I can't even guess.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, this is not even about, it doesn't even sound like it's about music. It doesn't even sound like you make a diss record, I make a diss record. This shit sounds like if I see you, I might shoot you.
Yeah, like real anger.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You know, if I have to speculate, because I seen a Tony Yayo interview that he did with DJ K Slay, hilarious interview, where Yayo was just going in on the Buck Endgame at the time, and he said that Buck lies a lot. He lies on his dick. You know, he talking about how he fucks this person. None, like according to him, none of this shit occurs.
Hmm.
So I say that to say possibly maybe it was over some female shit. Like I don't know, man.
I could see that too. I could
But
see that too.
but I'm very curious because like that is like I haven't seen the clip, but even just reading it, like I read this shit, even just reading it, I felt the anger because the verbiage was so simple, so plain, and you know when the hatred is really there, you don't need to articulate nothing. You just...
It's just the same words over and over and over and over
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Like when you get in a fight and that one kid is like, "Do you know me? You don't know me. You know me? Do you know me? Do you?" Just different versions of the same thing over and over and over again. And those are usually the guys who don't want to fight, because by that time I'm already throwing fists. But in this case, it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It could be a lot of things, man.
Let me ask you this. Do you think Vlad, the person who conducted the interview, do you think Vlad, his staff, who confirmed allegedly that Juvie had no issue with the content being released, do you think Vlad had the right to release this content? Fully knowing Juvie said, "Talk to me about me. Don't bring up nobody else's name." But then in the same breath said, "I don't give a fuck what he puts out." Do you think Vlad had the right to put this content out?
I'm going to answer that just by saying this. We're talking about DJ Vlad.
All right, that's a good answer. Viewing public, what are your thoughts here, man? Do you think Vlad was in the right or the wrong? A lot of people are looking at this like, hey, man, he's just pitting, not saying he initiated it, not saying he started it, but this was years ago. This was over 20 years ago, this drama, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people are saying you are reigniting, you are throwing gas on a fire that was burning out. You reignited it again, and then you're releasing the content to get people talking about it. So a lot of people look at it like you're just pitting two black people against each other.
That's so weird for DJ Vlad. He's never done that before.
Not at all. What are your thoughts?
For sure.
What are your thoughts, people, man? What do you think this drama is over? Do you think Vlad had the right to put it out? This was not his first offense, despite what my guy said.
this guy. You know, I was just being sarcastic with that one. Vlad knows what he's doing. He's trying to incite anger in somebody to get some good content.
Obviously.
That's what it is. That's what he does. So
obviously.
He doesn't care about the bloodshed, man. Let's be real.
Leave it in the comments, man. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You better run, Forrest. Run, Forrest. Run. You don't know any of the lyrics in that song. You don't. No. Seriously, you don't know any of the lyrics in that song except for the hook. So me doing the lyrics like that might be as close as you get. Tell me one lyric. Go. I'll wait for it. You better run, Forrest. Run, Forrest. Run. Deuces. Nobody knows what he's saying.
I had nothing.
Yo, that nigga was greasy as shit. It looked like they just dipped him in Vaseline. Bro. That nigga was shining.
You really want to shine, yeah. It's hot, yeah.